Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to an absolutely wild night in Scotland. If you're new to the channel, click the subscribe button for me, that'd be absolutely awesome. And if you like the video, consider giving it a thumbs up. It helps me out a lot with the algorithm. So in last week's video what we did was we sorted all the damage down here, built up the top frame as well, and it's all looking amazing now. So in this video what we're going to do is we're going to get the radiator and the aircon condenser back in, and we're going to prep all the panels ready for paint. And we're going to do all that with the garage door closed because it's absolutely freezing. So with that, let's crack on and get the radiator that's hiding back here into there. Right, so that's the first part of the front end rebuilt, and you'll have noticed that I spent a little bit more time than I probably should have trying to remove this pipe, replacing it with the one I got off the spare parts car. And that's purely because when we removed all this damage originally, this pipe was kinked up really badly like that, and I didn't want to run the risk that it had any holes in it, so I swapped it out. Now I've left the bonnet latch loose for just now, purely because we're going to need to realign the bonnet anyway, so there's no point in tightening that up quite yet. And although I have a new air system coming for the car, in order to bleed the radiator properly, we need to get the car turned over. So I put the original airbox on for just now, just so the mass airflow sensor can read the air properly. So what I'm going to do, get the car fired up as I say, bleed the radiator system, so I'll see you guys in just a sec. Right, so that's the radiator good to go. Didn't actually really need bled. Nowhere near as many air bubbles as I thought there would be. So now that's done, what we've got to do is we're going to replace this very broken windscreen washer bottle with this brand spanking new one from Subaru. Fit it all back into there, and then we'll move on and charge up the air conditioning system. Well, that water bottle took an awful lot longer to fit than I thought it would. It's a lot of wires down there. So that's the aircon recharged, and I've got to say, having never used an aircon recharger like this before, it's actually really quite straightforward. As you saw, you basically plug the can into the bottom, connect this end to the AC low line, which is down there, and then basically just pull the trigger up until the point it gets into this range. They recommend putting it about halfway, you don't want it too high up that side. Super simple, well impressed with that. Next thing on the list is we need to sort out this mess. Now, to order a new one of these from Subaru was £173, and to order this bit that's currently crumpled up inside one of my kids' dumper trucks was £110 plus the VAT. So rather than spending the best part of £350 on OEM parts, I decided to go a slightly different route and order an aftermarket kit that ran in at about £300, but should get a little bit more performance, hopefully get a little bit better fuel economy. So not only did I save money on replacing the parts, but also save a little bit of money further down the road. No pun intended. So with that, let's get this box open, see what's inside it, and then we'll crack on and get it fitted. Right, so that's the new airbox fitted. It's looking awesome. And the last thing on the list that we need to do for today, in preparation for painting all these panels next week, is we need to remove all the stuff that goes with the bonnet that isn't going to be getting painted, and also remove everything from the bumper. So things like the badge, fog lights, and as much of this as I can, although I'm not 100% sure how much of that is actually moulded into the bumper. So with that, let's crack on and get all that done. Well, that didn't take very long at all. I thought all of this part was actually going to be removable, and it turns out it isn't. It looks as though it's just a masked line that they paint round, which is kind of weird, but okay. We'll just mask it off when we come to paint it. So the next thing on the list of things to do is we need to prep the underside and the outside of the bonnet, prep the bumper, and also prep the two wings ready for painting too. But unfortunately, that's going to be the end of this week's episode, guys and girls. I hope you liked it. I apologise, but I've run out of time to really do anything more in this week's video. So like I say, next week's video, we'll prep all the panels ready for paint, and we'll also paint them too. And then it should just be a case of rebuilding the entire front end. Although, I am waiting on one bumper clip that goes in there somewhere that's had to come in from the US. And although the price of the part was okay, $43, they charged me $150 shipping. And it's still not in yet. That's been nearly 3 weeks. And as always, I hope you're keeping well and hope you're keeping safe. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.